Alright, so before we head into the bedroom, there's something I completely forgot that I do want to show everyone. Above the computer that I use here in the living room, I have now the Duke Nukem Forever official poster. And I completely forgot, probably because I was looking at everything down here at the computer. I didn't bother to look up and say, oh yeah, I also got that at the Kineticon convention that I went to. Okay? So moving on into the bedroom. First thing we have here, we're going to look at the artwork, I guess, first. We've got a custom artwork made by Marcy, and it's custom artwork that she makes, and she does all kinds of different paintings and such. And down here, I've got what are called wall graphics, and what these are they kind of look like giant color forms, but of course most people have no idea what color forms are these days. But basically, they're like these plastic things that they stick to the wall. And so you could have Mario, all of a sudden a giant Mario right here on my wall just stuck there and it comes right off. It's not like it's sticky or anything and it leaves glue on your wall. And I got all these and then I realized, wait a minute, you know, maybe it's a little bit better to have like art like this hanging. You know what I mean? I think it looks a little bit more classy to have that kind of stuff hanging rather than this all over the wall. And so I have these, and what I'm thinking again, I might use this to decorate the office. Like, imagine going into the first room of an office building, like the waiting room, and on the wall you see a huge scene from Donkey Kong played out. And you're like, what the fuck? Isn't that crazy? And you go inside, and the walls of the office have like Mario and stuff going crazy on them. That's what I'm actually looking to do. So anyway, moving on, we've got two shirts here. These shirts were actually donated by a website. And these are Crazy Buffalo. This is the logo that is on Balrog the Boxer's stuff in Street Fighter 4. And, yeah, those are pretty cool t-shirts that you'll probably see me wearing soon in a video. This is my cowboy hat. This is what it's kept in, this Stetson box. And below there you have a file cabinet with all kinds of my personal files and such inside. This is a calendar from Sideshow Collectibles, the company who I buy most of my models and statues from. And this is Cobra Commander for August, which is pretty sweet. This is a poster of Mario. Here we've got probably the most giant jumbled mess of shit ever. We've got a White Queen statue right here in front. Behind there we've got jumbo figurines of Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi, and then some mini figurines of them as well, and other characters from Super Mario. I got these for half price at ThinkGeek.com during a sale, and I said these might be nice to decorate something with, like an office or whatever, later on. So I was kind of thinking ahead, and they were cheap as hell anyway. Over here we've got a plushie that Gamer Nicole actually made for me, and some fan art and some other stuff. All kinds of crazy shit is just like piled on here. Books, I've got all kinds of books and stuff. Bucky balls, which I've never used because the paint started coming off of them, but that's another story. So I had 2 out of the 3 original Lord of the Rings books from a very long time ago, and I couldn't find the first one, so I ended up buying the Lord of the Rings like Super Collector's Edition. I also got the Walking Dead Compendium, which has like the first 50 issues of that comic book in it. The Watchmen. I've got Batman The Dark Knight Returns. I actually have the Zombie Combat Manual, which is very useful. I've actually used those skills many, many times in combat against zombies. And then we have the collection of George R.R. Martin Game of Thrones books. I think it's called like a Tale of Ice and Fire is really what it's called. And so far, here's what the story behind this is. I knew nothing about this fantasy series, okay? And then I believe it was on the way to UFGT this year, that gaming tournament that John and I went to in Chicago. I picked up a Game of Thrones at the bookstore at the airport, and I loved it. And so I read through half of it, and I said, you know what? I might as well just get them all. And I got them all. So now I have them all, and I have another copy of Game of Thrones in my bathroom where I do most of my reading, like most men do. Over here, at this computer, this is my backup computer in my bedroom. Various different things. We've got an air filter. We've got a humidifier. We've got my old laptop under here, but on top is the bust of Shadowcat. If you haven't seen it yet, hubba hubba. And speakers, pens, all kinds of various things, burnable CDs, CD collections, another cable box in here if I want to watch TV in here. My printer is in here. Not much else to really show here. My PC's down there, odds and ends, boxes and shit. Thank you, Mario, but your princess is in another castle. This is a reprint of the original poster from 1985 that came with Super Mario Brothers, I believe, and also it was a Nintendo Power poster. Over here, my nightstand with waters and my alarm clock and such. We've got a poster here from Metroid Other M that was from Nintendo Power, which I thought was a pretty neat poster, so I put it up. Over my bed, as silly as this is, I've got a giant Super Mario poster, which is all the characters from all Super Mario games, including Donkey Kong. So in this one they remember Donkey Kong, in this one they completely write him off, whatever. But I thought that was a really cool poster. My bed's nothing special, as you can see, and it's actually been so hot here that for the past 3 weeks I've not even slept in the bed. I've slept on top of the bed. Not even lying. I don't even sleep in the bed. I just sleep on top of it because it's so fucking hot. Another dresser which I put clothes in, a spare pillow. And here I have a mini fridge with earthbound magnets on the front. And inside there are various odds and ends and drinks like leftovers. It's kind of funny. This is like the misfit toys of drinks. You've got random beers. You've got wine coolers. You've got Gatorade G3, which I'll probably never drink. We've got sangria left over. We've got things for like mixed drinks, mojitos and shit down there. And there's like a bottle of Diet Pepsi in there, just in case anyone comes over and they want Diet Pepsi. That's inside of this closet. It's pretty packed with shit. You've got my NES. You've got boxes from all of the statues and models packed in there. You've got sleeping bags, luggage, hats. My jersey, my Dark Side filled jerseys from back in the day are hanging here. All kinds of clothing and such over there. There's my you can't see it because it's pitch black, but there's my projector right there that I mentioned earlier that I bought for too many games and never got to use it. A lot of shit packed in there. And the same thing over here. This side is primarily like clothes that I used to wear to my old job, you know, khaki pants or whatever, and polos and button-down shirts and all kinds of extra pillows and comforters and stuff. And this is, you know, sheets and everything. Nothing interesting at all, but, you know, you wonder, gee, where does he keep all this stuff? That's where. And last but not least, above this, above the closet, we have the poster from Game Informer from their year-end top, I think it was like top 25 characters of the decade. From 2000 to 2010, they had these like multiple covers that they did at Game Informer. It was like 4 covers that fit together, or 2 or 3. I'm sorry, it was probably 3 covers that fit together. And they had this long poster that they made out of the artwork. The artwork's really high quality, and I got the poster and I hang it above here. It's the perfect place to put it. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been very thorough. I think I've covered every square inch besides the bathroom, and I'm not showing you the bathroom because you don't need to see that. Alright, so that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed it.